Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is help improve your bridge, your movements from your shoulders, your back, your hips. So put your right arm up into the bridge position and your right foot standing. Now we're going to start with just pushing from your shoulder and tucking the head through the gate, but just a little. You're not really going for that full movement. Move your hand in a way that allows your head to just go. So you're looking to get the feeling. So you're not pushing from the pelvis. You're just pushing from the shoulder, and just the start of turning your head under the gate. And as it gets more comfortable, taking a little bit more at a time, but in no hurry. Be in no hurry to do it. Look for 20, 25 times before you really start thinking of going under, because you're looking to see how it feels under your back, under your shoulder. This is the type of movement stuff that Connor was doing. If you noticed with some of the stuff in the videos he was doing with Ido, he was doing it really slow, just moving around. So it's to understand the movement. You've got to change the goal from getting a specified movement into understanding how a movement works. So as you're going, you're tucking your head so your left ear goes down. So your left ear goes down to the ground. Your left ear goes down to the ground. Left ear, there you go. I knew you had a left ear there somewhere. So as you turn, your left ear goes, that's right. And you're just looking to see, how does it move in the sternum? How does your chest change? You're not looking for the whole movement. You're just looking to increase the mobility for that movement, which means thinking about how your chest pushes out. And how are you breathing? Are you breathing in when you go under, or are you breathing out when you go under? And if you're breathing in one way, try breathing out that way and in the other way. And try and do it so your breathing is easy and smooth. Don't push with your pelvis. Don't lift your pelvis up. You're just trying to take your head under a little bit. That's it. You're not trying to do the full move. Just trying to do enough to see what happens with your head and shoulder. And take a break. Take a little break from that. These breaks are not to rest because you're tired, because you're not trying to do the movements really actively. You're trying to do them slow, soft and easy to feel how the movement works. You're not looking to do a mad strong movement, because the better you understand the movement, the smoother it becomes. Alright, so put your right hand standing again. Now this time, as you take your head under, start taking your head under, start lifting your pelvis. And just go for that move. So you're lifting your pelvis up. And again, you're not looking to do the whole move, but allow your head to turn. So your left ear goes down, your head goes back, and feel what your sternum has to do to allow your head to go under smoothly. Feel what your sternum has to do. Feel how your chest needs to come up. Remember, you're trying to push up, not to the side. So you're trying to push. So your pelvis goes up, your shoulder goes up. So your knee kind of goes forward, that's right. Really looking for your knee to go forward rather than sideways. That's it. And notice how that goes in your back. As it turns. And again, just nice and soft. You're not looking for a mad movement. You're not looking for a huge movement. And again, go for 20, 25 movements of this one. Just nice and light. Nice and easy. How does it feel in your lower back? What do you need to do there? What do you need to let go of? What are you holding on to that's unnecessary in this move? Are you tightening your leg? Can you let go of that? What about your jaw? Are you holding your jaw tight? Can you let go of that? How's your breathing? Keeping your breathing nice and soft. Alright, that's nice. Just up and down. Alright, take a break. Again, these breaks are not for resting, they're to give your brain a chance to catch up with what you're doing. Because you're trying to be specific. This is training, not exercise. There's a huge difference. Exercise is random and reps only. Training is for a specific purpose and a specific end. So in other words, so you know what you're going to come out with it at the end. Or at least have an idea of what you're going to come out with it. Alright, hand standing, right hand standing and right foot. And this time, start with your shoulder and do the move down to your pelvis. So the shoulder starts and then it moves down along to your pelvis. And then when you come back, the pelvis starts down and then you move back. That's it. So it's rolling up and down. And again, notice what you have to do in order to make this happen, because you want to try and get it as much of a reverse on the back. So let it come down, that's right. So you start with the shoulder and keep your head going under. You're still looking for that move for your head under. Still looking for that turn around. Again, you're looking for 20 and 25 moves, but not with force. There's no need to go all the way. A movement, to understand what a movement does, you don't need to go all the way. To understand what's happening, you don't need to go for the whole movement. You just need to go enough to understand what the movement entails so you can get control over it. So it's pushing up with the shoulder, and the head starts, and the back, and you just push under. And then you come back with your pelvis down, and you move up again. Nice. It's really nice. Now I'm doing the video a little bit shorter than what I expect you to do. I expect you to take more time on each point, so you're probably going to have to, if you watch the video through and then or pause it at each point when you're going to rest. Your rests don't need to be that long, but you need to spend enough time on each movement so you can get a feel for it. This is the hardest thing to get here, is the idea that you're not looking to do anything other than understand what the movement entails. You're just trying to do the move. That's all. All right, take a break. You're just trying to understand what's happening. You're trying to understand how your back moves, how your legs move, how your head needs to go, and each move, concentrate on, say, how your head goes. Next one, how your chest needs to move. And feel those points where it's a bit difficult, and see if you can get a bit softer at that point. Don't try and force your way through. The idea here is to learn to be soft. Learn to do these things, or learn to do these moves in an easy, soft way. Alright, hands up, standing again. And this time, push with your pelvis first, and then rock through. And then come back with your shoulder first. So push up with your pelvis first, let it come through, your head tucks back, and then back down. It's the same way. You're looking for what is happening. How do you get it to work for you? Try not to push too far over to the side. You're trying to push more so that your knee goes forward. That's right. Not too much to the side. It will go to the side a little bit, but I'm trying to... The intent is to push forward with your knee. That way your pelvis will rock over to the side. So the intent is to push that way. Yep. And if you've been doing it, if you're noticing it, are you noticing or beginning to notice that it's actually getting a little bit easier? Your head turns a little easier. distances a little bit further without more effort. Because you're really trying to minimise the effort and get more work. So you're trying to do more with less. You're trying to make the movements efficient. And the only way to really do that is to go slow, smooth and easy. Right, and let it come up, head comes back. And don't force for the end. The goal is not to force. The goal is to really, whatever 100% is, to come back to 80% or 50%. You'll get more from doing 50% of it than you will from getting 100%. You'll get more from trying to just understand what's happening than you will from trying to force the move. Just let it go. Yeah, and take a break. It's really hard to get through people's minds, the idea of just doing it easy. It's training. You're trying to understand what's going on. And again, if you go through those kind of videos with Ido, you'll notice them doing some really slow moves. And I'm sure they did a lot more of those. And Ido actually said that he practiced that punch move with Connor. And that would have been done very slowly, stepping in, stepping out, stepping in, stepping out. And that gives your system a chance to understand what it is you're trying to do. And the slower you go, the more control you end up with. All right, put your hand back up. Your foot standing. Foot standing a bit closer. All right. And now, both together. How would you go if you were just doing it natural? Same way as when you started. Does it feel easier? Is it a bit more? Are you a bit more aware of how this move works? How that twisting works? How that goes across? Is it a bit easier from when you started? Again, don't be in such a hurry. And as you're going back, you can think about wanting to look with your eyes at the other side of your arm. The goal is to try and look around the other side of your arm. But again, you don't necessarily need to achieve it. It's just the intent. The goal is not necessarily to achieve anything here. It's just the intent. Just the intent. Notice how that goes through. A bit more head movement there, and back, your sternum, halo of back comes out. You need to push your chest up, which allows it to come through. Just nice and smooth. And again, 20 to 25 moves, but nice and easy. Remember, it's training, not exercise. The reps are not there for you to do a certain amount of reps and then go, yeah, I did it. The reps are in order for you to do a certain amount of reps to get an effect, and the effect is that you understand better what you're actually moving. All right, take a break. Now at this point, I'm going to assume, in fact I'm going to instruct you, to now do the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to go through it all in the video. I'm pretty sure that you can just replay this video and do it on the other side and understand what's going on. Alright? Just do it on the other side. So pause the video, do the other side, and then come back to the video at this point. Okay, so I'm assuming you've done from the other side. Now put both hands standing. And now do the move just with your head going under one side, then the other side. Just under the gate. So push the right and go to the left, go to the right, and push the left and go to the left. You're just trying to do that. But again, don't use a lot of effort. You're trying to understand how that move happens. It's the understanding of the move that's the goal. And play around with your hand position. See if putting it in a different position will give you a better leverage or make it feel easier. Don't always stick with the same movement. Play around, because sometimes, quite often, the position we choose, the hand position or the leg position we choose, is out of habit and not out of efficiency. And the only way you can see if what we've chosen is actually the best thing to choose is to play around with those positions. Find something else that might actually work better. Right? Put it in a position that you know won't work and see what happens. See how that feels. That's also good, because it gives your brain a chance to play around with something that's not going to work and see what that feels like. That's how you differentiate. You might find that it gives you an opportunity to move in a way that you weren't aware of before. Even if it's not necessarily what you want to do here, it might work for you in some other place. But you won't know that until you play around with it. So play around with the positions. Find what's going to work for you. Be experimental. It goes with any of this stuff. Experiment, play, enjoy, tell bad jokes. Alright, take a break. Take a break. Now again, I assume you'd already done the other side to this. Taking a break to just give your brain a chance, your central nervous system a chance to catch up with what you've done. So you've done all that. How does it feel? Okay. Both hands up into the bridge position and your feet into the bridge position. Now this time you're going to do the same move that you just did, only moving with your legs. So going up on your legs, and so pushing with your legs and your arm to go under to the left, or to the right, sorry, and then come down and go under the left. So pushing. And again, what you're trying to explore here is, how do you move? How does your back move to allow this to happen easier and smoother? What does your legs need to do? How's your breathing? Do it light, soft, and easy. Don't go for that big push, or all you're going to do is be sore tomorrow and have no real benefit. The benefit here is understanding the move. That's what Connor does. And I know that's your ultimate goal. Don't lose sight of the goal is the movement itself, not the end product of the movement. If you make the movement the goal, you'll get the end product anyway. It won't make any difference. This movement here is the start of getting that movement you were doing. And again, 20, 25 movements. Always be willing to play around with your hand position, your head. Even try turning your head the opposite way. So you're going to the left, but you turn it to the right. And see what that feels like. Yeah. How does that change how you move? How does that change the positioning? So you're going to the left, but turning to the right. Going to the right, but turning to the left. So your head feels in a different way, the neck has to bend in a different way. Experiment. That's it. Alright, take a break. Lay your legs out straight, hands out straight. Just see how that feels compared to when you started. You notice the difference in your back, your chest, neck, Okay, now go back up into the bridge position, hands and feet. This time push up into the bridge. Push right up into a full bridge. That's right. Come back down. Now this time as you're pushing up to the bridge, push so the head goes to one side. Same as you were doing before, only now you're going to do it in a bridge position. So you go up and turn. That's it. And then back down. And then up the other way. That's it. And down. Yep. Nice. Now this one you'll only do a few of because it's pretty tiring. So just do a couple on each side and then just take a break. Don't be in a hurry to hammer them out. But what you're trying to do is get that twist. Start that twist going. Shion. If you want to know what he's laughing at. Dog's waiting for his mummy to come out. Okay. Back up in the bridge. Actually do it head bridge, neck bridge. So up onto your, just up onto your head. So full bridge but onto your head. Alright? That's it, just do a few of those. Nice. Okay, take a break. Okay, forgetting the chest, the sternum, the shoulders, the neck moving, this is a good way to practice that. So try this a few times. See, here you go, don't overdo it. And then the more you play with this, the less time you'll have to spend on it. But give it a good run for a couple of days at least, and then you can start shortening it down, doing a little bit before you train. But really look at the idea of doing it short and light. You're not looking for a big, heavy, hard push. It really is. I mean, experiment with it. Just do a tiny movement. Shion, can you go up? Yep, bridge position. And just push, just so you're coming in, just a slight touch. So just the head, and then back down. Right, even that, doing that light. And also, if you do it like this, you'll find it's a good way to relax muscles after a workout or something. Doing just, that's all, it's really all you need, because you're trying to see how it moves. You're not looking to get a huge movement. You're looking to get control. And that comes with understanding what's happening, not with a big hard push. Alright? Okay, thanks, Shion. I think that'll do you for the start, for the first one, and we'll have a look at your other stuff.